Oh, you started recording. Okay.
Yes. Oh,
No, you can continue recording. I'm just starting to see. I'm seeing you as a Tiamat warrior. You know, it's like I see a lot of you know how they draw foreign angels, to give you an idea how I see very tall figures. They're all it's kind of a feeling, kind of funny feeling of the pinching into the heart. It's like something was, like their heart was mutated, the connection with their souls was mutated, and you came from Tiamat, from the original humans from there, because I see how you go through the portal. But you have this sword, it looks metallic, but it's not. It's kind of soft energy that you, when you fire it up, then becomes solidified in motion. But in your energy sphere, it's like I see you constantly fighting, because there are 7 beings. They look very tall. They look kind of like human face, but very angular, pointy chin, and the eyes look, they look black. But I feel like this life, the soul part was sucked out of them, because they have the giant wings, like giant leathery, like it's like leather was feathers, wings. There are a lot of you came, hundreds. You say hundreds of you came. Looks like from Andromeda satellite, in a different projection of Andromeda, but more like in eighths. So this is a connection. The 8 is a connection to all the 8 density planets, and I see them connecting through the portal system. And I see you, it's 208, 208. You call yourself warriors, but you're really, what you do, how I see it, if some planet gets attacked, there are clusters. If I don't look like and see reptilians and dragons and all these beings, I see clusters, like big, thick snowball type clusters of energy that they're not round, they're just like crazy shaped ones, 3D kind of rotating spheres, not perfectly round, and they're all around the planet, as if they were attacking a cell in the body. You know, like a cell gets attacked by a viral cell, but there are multiple viral cells. And so you come, and what you do, you can split those viral cells with your sword. Sword is energy, but it comes from you. And energy inside of you is like the sparkly silver energy that, and you have like a big, it's like it's like a column, it's like cylindrical, kind of like a beam of light. It goes through your body and connects all the little molecules to structure your body. But I feel like your body is very porous. It's very kind of like light, but what they did, and composed of pores. Imagine like pores made out of energy. The thing what they did, they took your sword, they melted it, they took that liquid, they turned it into it's kind of like a plasmic glue substance, and they infused it into the pores, And I can't even look inside of you right now because all I see is you're covered with metal. And as a projection, you're still holding a sword because you projected from your memory type thing, but it's totally hologram. You can't do anything. Like, it's like they disarmored you, but you still want to do it, even though the frequency of you is very high. So you're definitely not, you don't have this like I'm after the beings, even though I see you. There's like a wire, there's like a system, so they're like headphones with the yellow wire on the back. The yellow wire on the back is connected to some machine that kind of looks like the old machines with the tapes, and you put tapes in. There's like two rotating energy beams of light, and that's a program that you have to be on guard and easily they want you to be easily being able to be fired up or reaction to different type of situations, because that there's like 17 clones that they created from you. There is a machine right here, and that I understand how it works. So when they throw some situation at you in life, you react energetically. It's like you get yourself together and explode. Through that explosion, this machine gets activated. This machine is actually like a pumping energy machine, much like you pump gas into the car, but that pumps energy into the 17 clones that they got. I see a very strange thingy. It looks like a metal moon, the same like our moon, but made out of metal. It's smaller. It's totally artificially designed and created. It has some ring attached to it, much like Saturn when they draw it, but it's totally solid. It's physical. And on this ring, there are long asteroid forms, long asteroid spaceships, which they took long asteroids. It's really weird. It's not like really asteroids. It's a man-made asteroid. Looks like a rock, but it's not a rock. It's some sort of metal. Shredded metal. Metal, shredded. And then beamed, the light beams at it. Very powerful light, like the sun melts it into funky form to look like it's not a spaceship with a like it's bumpy. But there are so many of them. There are like about 65 around that are parked. But imagine, like, if you look, it looks like a Saturn with the ring attached to it right in the middle, like a equator type thing, and then the ships sticking out like rays of the sun. And that's where I see those clones. There are some arches, like when I got close, I see the transparent, almost like a glass corridor covering the archways to the connection center of control of the galaxy of the Milky Way. The center of the Milky Way controls something. It goes all the way there. It's no. It's an artificial replica. It's like they replicated. This moon / Saturn looking thing, round, headquarters. They are, I see like ant beings with large heads, dark skin, brown kind of skin. Inside, they're all like empty inside, just robotic something, AI. They're like drones, they're controlled. I see they work with the military. The military comes there. That's like control center of different situations. There's something about the genetic information kept in the laboratory there, and they also biological weapons in little containers. They look like lab tubes made out of glass. They have the spiral inside. It's almost like a DNA of some sort. DNA looks totally metallic. Some of it made of gold metal, some of it of silver. I don't see any other colors. But it's like a substance inside with that spiral inside that substance. It's all connected to all the stuff. In order to disbalance the universe and to start creating a powerful AI to overlap the biological self, they needed to make replicas of everything. Every single planet has an artificial replica of it. I see also 221. Now it goes like 220. Let me see why I see these two numbers and understand. This one life was abrupted, but I also see it was the same sword, and you incarnated in a body. Marus. I see just jungle. It's a region of Africa, what is now. And I see lots of green dragons. Dragons like with 2 heads or 3 heads, much like in fairy tales. And I see you cutting their heads off. And I also see other beings who came to do the same in other parts. Our world looks tiny. Planet looks giant. Our world that we consider Earth is only 20% of it. 18, 19. Yeah, even less, 18 or 19%. And then your life was abrupted there. There's some vortex of black goo energy sucks you into the earth. That's when the integration of the dark matter and the 2D beings started entering Earth through the black matter portals. As I understand, black matter is like goo substance, the black goo substance that we know of. I also see that they used black goo mixed with the core of the dome is a black goo, grid. And then you have to connect it to the souls. Souls provide the energy running inside the black goo wire system. That's how you build a core. They built multiple cores, and over multiple domes, they built the one big dome. Your soul knows all of it. That's how I get the information. It's not mine. But you're saying that there's certain power points on Earth. You say the volcanoes on Earth are not volcanoes. They're artificially built and designed to cover up the major portal systems that cannot be blocked by any any black hole technology. Any AI technology cannot be blocked, but they try to scare people away so they would stay away from. The lava is actually the black hole mixed with the power of that place that comes from the souls connected to the power points of the earth. That's why some people have the urge to go to visit those places where volcanoes are, to reconnect to their souls through visiting there. It's like visiting your own self. But you were captured there by the very powerful technological greed of AI connected to the every layer of the 5D that disconnected from the 3D artificial Earth system and the alliance of all the artificial planets and the layers of control in between that composed of multiple groups of people and aliens controlling those groups of people. It's like this you got this very, there's implant here. It almost looks like two little wires going through the throat and connecting to this big box here. And I really feel like it's pressuring the chest area. It's supposed to make you feel confined, make you feel disoriented, confused, jumping from one thing to another, sometimes not knowing why you're doing it when looking back. And the beings who are, those are used to be angelic beings. They were turned to ashes. That's what you're saying. How do you turn a being to ashes? You can confuse the being by telling him the lies, and that's what the those are not ebons. Those are different kind of gray. It's almost like they have bluish skin, but they are hybrids. They are Arcturian hybrids. There's only 3% of Arcturian DNA in them to make them smart, technologically smart or something like that. But there's also a lot of mixture of gray DNA plus original human DNA from the Milky Way galaxy, from all those planets that they made imprints of. They use the blueprint for the artificial creations to mimic and dominate, to overpower, to drain energy, to suck the energy out of the planets. This way you can take them over. This way the planet cannot give life to other souls who would participate in survival and expansion of the planet in the solar system. Thus, the expansion of the solar system was hindered by the controlled overlapping AI reality of that system. It looks like if you take a piece of metal, carve it exactly like the solar system looks like, and make imprints of all the planets exactly the way they're located, and then print them all out on a huge giant printer. Even though it's not a printer really, it's a giant factory type that has a lot of like large tubulars attached to the sides of it that uses the energy pumped from different beings or used for energy. specifically, because they are creator beings and they've created planets before, so the knowledge and the energy of creation can be used in this project. So as I see in between your lives, 220 lives, you've been just taken into some corridor. I just see it as corridor. It's a corridor of light with different doors. From each door, one of the 7 angels would come, all 7 would come. They would take shape and form of the your family members. And they would say that the family tree is dying out and they need your help. And they would, that's what they left. They left this characteristic by your etheric DNA that you're like a protector of something. You have it in you to protect somebody. And they would use that against you because it's totally made up story. You don't need to save any family tree or anything. And you would just like be going into another portal to yet another incarnation. The portals look like doors. Imagine like a corridor of light, totally like almost like rotating in nowhere, in this space outside of time where we are right now. And he has multiple doors on the sides. The 7 ones are the ones light up. That's where this being come from. They surround you and they tell you all this, and then you need to help this many people, and then pick a door. And then you have to sign up. There is a contract. It was a holographic piece of paper on the screen that is holographically like right in front of your face, and they tell you, do you agree to help your family tree? And you said yes in your head, and that minute it's like the piece of holographic paper becomes a file in the computer system that they have. They have a lot of souls there. It's like the whole cluster of souls. But the interesting part is that they make you, when I was talking about their headphones, but that's what they use. They're like big metallized kind of spherical things. It's a different type of, we don't have it on Earth. It beams you with very powerful short sound waves. The short sound waves penetrate the it has through you, it programs the baby that you're gonna enter. You already seems to be going in and out of that baby to adapt, because since the time doesn't exist, it's kind of hard to explain. It kind of happens all together at the same time. And it programs your third body and the baby's cells of the neurons of the brain, that you have to be a savior of some sort, but you have to forget about saving yourself. But then when you are incarnate, you're born, you don't remember anything. You only feel like you're being pushed, artificially pushed by some force, and you don't want to be pushed. It's almost like somebody's hammering down the ideas in your head, and you cannot stop this hammer hitting you. But there is a strange being I see. It's like a sea dragon's face on a human body. That's just this. You know what? I understand what they've done. So the seven, well, we can call them fallen angels, but they have not fallen because they wanted to fall, and the whole story is twisted. They put energies of different beings inside so they can control them. But they're mostly gray and insectoid mantis or ant mixed with mantis, and also it's almost like bee type beings without the stripes, but something about their eyes, that they have multiple screens on their eyes, and they screen you if you manage to lose all the fear of death and other things, which you actually do have it in your head. I see it now. It looks like a spongy kind of greenish thing, created by you, but thanks to their implemented to their technology that the beam into you when you're asleep at night. It's almost like an artificially created system, which, it's like an implant, but the implant created over time based on based on the energy of creation you hold, and based on the fears that they developed in you over time. But they also hit you with fears amplified from other lives of yours when you're fighting those creatures, because there was a major attack on the planet. When there is a major attack on any planet in there's any system, we're talking about our system right now, then all the galaxies are trying to send their souls would incarnate in the bodies of this planet's form to fight off the attackers, because the attack sends the powerful low vibrational waves to the other galaxies also, which in return hinders their progression and expansion also. All connected. So in a way, they're also protecting themselves, so those beings would not enter their systems. But so basically what you did, I see you turned those 7 black type energy angel looking beings into little statuettes, like let's see what the English, it's like little figurines, and put them under the glass containers on your, it's like you created a in your energy sphere side. The thing is like your energy sphere had a lot of openings and holes because as beings, and they could always kind of fly around you trying to distract you, and in that distractions you would make not so good decisions. That's what your subconscious does. And it's almost like after that I told your subconscious, okay, focus on yourself and see the implants. So there is this thing, there's this green sponge in the brain, type on the back. Then there is thing here going into this box. From here, there's like a self-assembled thing that looks like it's got, if you put sticks together and connect them, they go like in this motion, like an accordion type thing. It's like all folded, kind of like the human god system type, but it's very suppressed. And that's what I see. And I think and also there is an overlay of that porous material, which you already started, like you're taking it off by peeling it off and stripes down. I see it lying down, and then you're taking the sticks out. 94. The box was different. It's like different rings on it. There's different color metal rings on it. You took it out was the other ones. The spongy matter from the back. It's like a co-creation, really, based on your thoughts that were infused by the programs and amplified by them, but also all the experiences in life and other people whom you believed and made their beliefs they convey to you your own. But there's a lot of those beliefs in your mental body, which you're gonna cleanse next. So you put all these implants down, throw them out of the portal. I can tell you can breathe easily. And now you just create this green line, green fume. It's like energy kind of river. It goes like this, and it just goes over, covers your mental, emotional bodies, and extracting some. They're like little crystalline structures resembling kind of snowflakes in a way. I also feel like they artificially in. It's kind of like they injected a snowflake that kept multiplying, and by multiplying it stimulated your mental body to produce certain thoughts. Certain thoughts would produce certain feelings. The feelings would be imprinted onto those crystalline discs in shape and form of the snowflakes. Just kind of melting them was that plasma, green plasma. It's like a waterfall, but it just doesn't look like waterfall, but some plasma thing that it captures it inside and takes it out. Well, you have this 42 strands of DNA from the original self, which they cut out the 40, and you are reassembling them right now to make the original, because I asked you if you wanted 12 of the original human, but you said that it's not true that the 12 is the original human. It's only part of humans that have 12. Others have many more, 16, 18, and higher. And also, so fix the DNA, and you send these powerful waves of regeneration process into your body. I see them as waves. There you have this, your energy looks like very sparkling silver. It's really hard to describe because it's not like silver metal, but it has a silver tint to it. But you're raising your vibration, just like a vibrational jump type thing, to the feeling of confidence. That's because I asked you which feeling you would like to experience. That's what you said. And also done with warring and wars together. WW, showing me. You don't want to be worried anymore about anything. And wars are too much in this universe. Because your third part can observe them. So I'm going back. It's like you're trapped in the pocket of time and space when you were fighting the dragons. You split yourself in multiple parts and were fighting. And you just go back to all the 5. It's almost like 5 beams of light that you're trapped inside, much like in a container of light. And you just cancel them. They put like big, thick axes on them, and they canceled. And also all the clones, you disconnect mentally from them. See, the way we're connected to them was through the machine in your chest. Since it's gone, they don't have energy, they just died out. They were purely like remote controlled too, much like robotic devices on that metallized moon and Saturn blend planet. It's like they blended 2 planets, that's how I see it. The images, 2 images put together. I feel like you're free now, and you cancel the contract right there. I see you literally standing in front of this big screen. Everything around you is metal and white light. It's like a spaceship. Wait, this is really interesting. So this white tunnel of light, when I zoomed out, it's like 2 spaceships created it in between. That's what they would do in between your lives. They can do that. So basically the screen that I saw was inside one of the spaceships right here. So you're canceling that moment. You don't say, yes, I want to save my family tree. You say, no, I refuse. I want to be free. I want nothing to do with it because I know we're all free souls. We can do whatever we want. And we can also pick our own families, not you picking it for me. And that's why I don't want that contract anymore. I refuse it. I refuse to be under your control. So change that. So that moment is like, I don't even see it existing. I just see you in your energy sphere right now. You get rid of, you throw out all those 7 little figurines of those black looking kind of fallen angel type figures. And you're just standing there looking at me. So your subconscious part says that subconscious part can answer questions if you